When my husband left me for another woman, it felt like someone ripped the ground from under my feet. One suitcase, one apology, and he was gone, walking toward a girl named Clara who he said understood him better. I didn't fight, didn't cry in front of him. But after he left, I spent weeks learning how to breathe again, so I buried myself in work. Every late night, every project, every deadline, it rebuilt me piece by piece. And then, months after the divorce, something unbelievable happened. I got promoted. A big promotion. My own team, my own office, my own rules. For the first time in a long while, I felt genuinely proud of myself. And then HR ruined my peace with one email. A new employee was joining my department. Her name, Clara Jennings. Yes, that Clara, the woman my husband left me for. I stared at the screen for so long my eyes hurt. I didn't know whether to laugh or break down. In the end, I did neither. I simply closed my laptop and told myself, you earned this job, you owe her nothing. On her first day, she walked in smiling like we were strangers. And to her, we were. She had no idea who I was. Daniel clearly never told her my full name. She introduced herself politely, a little nervously, and I just nodded, pretending my heart wasn't pounding in my ears. Days passed and something strange happened. I kept waiting to hate her. But the more I watched her, the less I could. She worked hard. She stayed late. She carried guilt in her eyes even when she tried to hide it. She wasn't the villain I'd imagined. She was just human, broken in her own quiet way. One evening, I found her crying in an empty conference room. I should have walked away, but instead I asked if she was okay. She told me softly, I made mistakes I'm ashamed of. I'm just trying to do better. And for some reason, that hit me harder than anything, because beneath all the betrayal, I knew what falling for the wrong man felt like. But the real twist came a week later. Daniel showed up at the office. He actually had the nerve to look at me and say, I think I made a mistake. I looked at him, this man who once shattered me, and I felt absolutely nothing. No anger, no sadness, no love, just nothing. So I told him, you don't get to come back into my life, not now, not ever. Then I turned to Clara and simply said, whatever you choose next, choose better than him. Later that day, Clara came to me pale and shaking because she finally realized who I was. She apologized through tears and I listened. Not because I needed it, but because I had already moved past that pain. I didn't forgive her, not fully, but I did something better. I let myself move on. Because in the end, the best revenge wasn't ruining her life. It was becoming the woman both of them could never break.